Okie, it's the 11th, so this is the morning of the Saturday. So I have a big weekend planned. One item on the plan is the mowing. I am also finishing the irrigation system off, so I'm going to run it from behind that fig tree all the way around, back down here. Going to run all the different zones off, so I thought I'd give a quick update of the before photos. A lot of the plants have sprouted. Doing quite well here in the melon garden. Well, the watermelons are quite slow to take off. You know, they're slow. They're the baby sugar babies. And then these ones here are the cream of Saskatchewans. Again, they're quite slow to take off. They've only probably got now two true leaves each. So they'll be thinned out today. I need to deal with the grass. I need to deal with the layers of mulch and stuff. Grass just coming through like crazy. It's ridiculous. And then I've got a bunch of trees that are getting done, and then on this bed as well, some of the corn's coming up. Not many though. I didn't have too much luck with the corn sprouting. I got a couple of spaghetti squash in here. A couple of beans have come up. Absolutely no luck with the beetroot though. I think I might tear this bed up and start again with that. That just didn't work. I can see 3 that have come up. And trees will go in along here. Bang, 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 bang. So that's going to be interesting. See the graft on the lemon, see if that's doing anything. I really need to prune this bloody plum. I just don't want to. It's a bit of work. Any growth there yet? It's doing some stuff. We'll see. Alright, see how we go. Rain's pretty decent. This might have to be a 2-parter. Split over 2 weeks. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 or 7 trees in so far. With I'm not going to get to those pot plants today. They have to go in, but it's too big of a job to do, and I don't have enough time. And then the irrigation hasn't been started either, so I'm going to start on the fiddly work of the irrigation now while it's going. And my other task as well was to try and get the brassicas planted in, but it's not looking good at this point. Just the rain's keeping me out. It's just too difficult to work, and yeah, the clay in the soil's just turning into mud very quickly, and the rain's getting heavier. Alright, okie dokie then. So we were not successful in getting everything that needed to be done. The big one that got missed today, stupid shoes, was the irrigation. So I'm just going to put my boots on, do a walkthrough of what did get done. There was a bit done this weekend, but we decided to do something other than gardening with one part of our weekend, which, you know, threw off our gardening schedule, which happens. Alright, so I'll do a walkthrough. As you can see, the lime and the fig didn't get planted, but that's okay because they're in pots. They weren't part of the large amount of small potted punneted trees that we had. These herbs will come out. I'm just waiting for these parsley seeds to go to seed fully. A good chunk of them are probably enough to harvest for growing parsley. Don't know why I'd ever need so much parsley, but you know. Alright, so I'm going to get this wrong. Pumpkins. I've now got a sprout in at least all 4 locations. That one's just come up. That one had to be replanted. These are 2 kinds of zucchinis here. I think the ones at the front are the ribbed ones, and the ones at the back are the smooth ones. So these are like your slicing / pickling ones, and these are kind of more an eating one. Passion fruit is one of the 8 or 10 plants that got potted today. These are cucumbers. The rear ones are pickling varieties. The front ones are eating, eating varieties. These are, I'm pretty sure this is a pumpkin. I could be wrong about that. I'm pretty sure this is either a pumpkin or a rock melon. I think it's a pumpkin just because they're growing so quickly. I've got it written down. I can check that. I'll put a caption in to see what they are. Right. This one I'm pretty sure is a rock melon. That other one is probably also a rock melon. Now I'm looking at them. There's 2 pumpkins, 2 rock melons, and 2 watermelons of each variety. No, that's going to be That's going to be the rock melon. I'm going to have to look this up. So, this one here, they're coming along, and had to replant that corner there. So I've got the cotyledons of that one coming up. That is a red passion fruit. The previous one is a black passion fruit. So they've got about 3 meters between them. 600, 1.2, 1.2. Yeah, so, about 3 meters there. Sugar baby watermelons, they are going. All of these guys are going to need thinning real soon. Real soon. They could be the rock melons, and so could they. I know these last 2 at the end there are the cream of Saskatchewan, because they're the ones I'm keeping an eye on, because I'm really keen to eat them. Although, God, watermelons are so slow to get started. Jono tells me that they do just explode on you, though, at one point. They'll just be double the size when you come home one day. So I'm going away this week, so hurry up. But they're all going well. So the main thing is, that little sprout you saw in that first bed, that is the last one that needs to come up. I need to mulch those beds, but I was waiting for that little fella to come up. He only popped up this afternoon. The figs are actually starting to grow. So, where was it? There were a couple. I think that one's getting sizable in there. There's a couple in here that are starting to get big enough to... Oh, here, this one. So if that's my finger there, that's getting to fig size. So I don't know what variety this is. We're going to try and work that out. We did have 2 get ripe, but they didn't go. So I'm not sure if these are a colour changing variety or not. Although, geez, that one there's looking all right. No, hard as a rock. All right, cool. So on to the next thing. Lemon. I need to remove the old sticks from around the base here. The main thing about this one is the graft going? Now it's still green, the other ones are all still gone. I don't know. We'll see. Might give him another month, and then he's firewood. Right. A pepino, whatever that is. The plum apricot is still doing fine. I think it's a plum. We had a look at apricot trees today. It just doesn't look like one. I might post up a photo of the apricot leaf I took. We can compare it to what these look like here. It just looks quite different. So I think this is a plum. Maybe a Green Gable plum. These 2 trees are coming out at some point. My God, they're tall though. I didn't realise how tall this thing is. It almost looks like some kind of bamboo-y thing. I don't know. Right, pine coming out. Tamarillo. It's in. Not much to say about it. Apparently it's called a tree tomato, and they're a cross between a... Apparently you eat them a little bit like a mango, and they're a zesty tomato-y thing. I'm not really sure. That's a peach. That's a golden-fleshed peach. I'll give you the variety. It is a Elbeta. E-L-B-E-R-T-A. Right, orange. That one's a Washington Navel. Other orange. That's a Seedless Valencia. Mandarin. That is a Fremont Mandarin. And that is a Feijoa. This one's going to get a little bit bigger, so I've given it a bit more room. Feijoas get to about 4 by 4 meters. So it's also known as a pineapple guava. That's pretty exciting. They're going to be cool. I've had them before. My great aunt Leonie grew them and gave them to my mum once. They were very hard but quite delicious. Beetroot, abject failure. I've had, I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to hoe the bed out when I get back from this week's trip and go back. Beans are doing better. Beans are definitely doing better. We had some rain that's really helped. This is not irrigated yet. Corn. Corn is starting to do corn-like things. So that's kind of cool. It's starting to pop up and start looking like corn. And the squash that I'm growing on the edge. It's not quite a Three Sisters planting because the beans are not climbing beans, they're bush beans. And the squash are not going to be running underneath. But, it's those 3 species. The only one that's a bit smaller is that one down there. So yeah, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. were put into the ground. I'm thinking this area here, so this old compost pile looking thing, and out to the same distance here. I had to redo all of the mulch along here because as my mum was right, the layering was too thin. So we've gone with thick cardboard or an entire newspaper thick with the layer under the mulch now. So I had to tear up the original stuff. Hoping this stuff, it's a mess at the moment. I'm hoping another week gives it a bit more time to break down a bit. So the idea is this comes out, I bring it out to here, and that we might start putting our annuals in. So I've got inside asparagus and artichoke going at the moment. Should put the rake away before I do a Three Stooges gag. Put that there to remind me. So we went through a lot of cardboard. Alright, so I reckon the rhubarb will eventually go in under this tree here. Maybe some ginger and some other shade-loving root crops. Right, so down here, I've got a spike from the turmeric. Bang, just there. Don't know if there's another spike growing. Yes, there is. There's something green in that hole there. Where is it? I'm kind of focused at it there. There it is. This spike's starting to look a little better. There. And then this one's doing quite well. There. So that's your ginger and your turmeric's there. Look at the herb garden though, it's quite glorious. The only thing it's missing is coriander, because we bought 3 parsley instead of 2 parsley, 1 coriander. We've eaten some of the lettuce already. Everything else is looking great. There's a bit of pest pressure, as I can see. There's a couple of little holes here and there. Dill's starting to seed up, which is nice. Apparently it's a perennial, so it shouldn't matter. Marigolds look lovely though. They're such pretty. We've got this kind of tiger striped coloured one. It's quite nice. So what did I miss? Well, I didn't touch the irrigation. I put irrigation points to the 2 passion fruit, and I've started working on dripper lines for that ground bed. So I'm calling those the mound beds. That's the ground bed, just because those are things that get mounded up. I have to hang some kind of mesh off that fence so that I can pull the vines off it if anything ever happens to the fence. Apparently those particular ones last between 8 and 10 years, we'll see. So none of the irrigation got run up along here. So Lauren's going to have to come out while I'm away, water those midweek. So I was going to come all the way down here. So none of that's done, but I've at least started the dripper lines for there. I then need to build a zone for there, install a dripper line. There is a zone there, like a zone section, which I explained in the last video. There is a zone there, but yeah. Alright, well this is going to be probably a 15-minute video by the time I finish editing, so alright, I'll sign off there. Goodbye.